Hey, pretty. So, I'm officially single after 7 to 8 years of being in an on and off again relationship. And I'm not even going to lie, it has been one hell of a transition. Okay. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Is my microphone on? Yeah. It has been one hell of a transition. Like I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. So, but we're going to talk about it while I do my nails because one thing's for sure and two things for certain, regardless of what's going on in my life, I have to take care of me and continue to make myself feel good regardless of everything else. So, yeah, let's just get painting. All right, I got one nail on. I'm gonna come back after all the tips are on. All right, I got all my nail tips on and cured, and they're crooked as hell. But we're not gonna worry about it because I'm gonna cut them short. I'm going to pry the gel off my actual finger because I flooded my nails. This is why I don't do gel X often, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Before I start talking about me, how are you guys doing? I hope y'all are doing great. I've missed y'all. I haven't freaking sat down. This hurts. I'm not even gonna hold you. I haven't sat down and filmed in over a month. My life has just been a freaking mess. Like I don't want to cry while I'm talking to y'all today, but I do want to update y'all and like let y'all know how I'm handling things and how I'm getting my life back together after a major life shift and stuff, you know. So I hope I don't cry. But I've really missed talking with y'all. Like this is my form of therapy. Cuz who the fuck has money for an actual therapist in this economy? You know what I mean? But yeah, tell me below, how are y'all doing? What's going on in y'all's life? I hope your life is going good. I hope your dreams are coming true, and I hope everything is working out for you exactly as you planned it. All right, we got to clip these bad boys down. Honestly, I don't think short square looks good on me because I have very short, fat, round fingers. So I probably should have done round nails, but it's better to cut them too long and file than cut it too short because you can always cut off more, but you can never add on more. I'm literally just whacking these things off. So I guess let's get into it. So my relationship ended, and I'm not going to tell y'all like what happened because actually nothing happened. Like nothing happened. My ex didn't cheat on me. It's nothing like that. Honestly, it was more so just like I had a realization that this isn't who I want to be, and it's not in alignment with who I want to become. And so, I left the relationship, and it was a mutual thing, honestly. Hold on, let me file and then we'll talk. Anyways, like I was saying, nothing actually happened between my ex and I. It was more of a mutual thing, and we both just realized like this is in alignment with what we want for our futures, right? And honestly, yeah, it's really just that simple. So I've been going through it. Like I've been going through it emotionally. It's like I've been grieving, and I have been grieving. I've been grieving a relationship, and the future I thought I was going to have, and the life that I was building. Like I've been grieving literally. But I've also been trying to get a job, and I don't know. This conversation feels so forced. Maybe I won't talk about it. Maybe I'll just do a voiceover for my nails later. Like I don't know. Why do I feel weird? Like I miss talking to y'all, but at the same time it's like I don't know, like I'm going through it. It's like I'm going through it because I am going through it. I don't know. Part of me wants to just like give up. And not in like a depressed way, like anything like that, but maybe it is in a depressed way. Like I'm not saying I want to unalive or not, you know, I'm not saying I want to unsubscribe to Earth necessarily, but like I don't want to cry. I'm using Goy color 2950, if anybody wants to know. I've just been having a hard time getting back to who I am and also figuring out how to maintain who I am while also becoming somebody new. And it's really hard. And I've been praying a lot and trying to figure it out. But really, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And it's really scary. And I don't feel like I have many people I can talk to about it because I don't want everybody in my business like that. One, and two, I don't know. I like to cope by being alone and isolating, which probably isn't the healthiest, but it works for me. I don't want anyone else to have to deal with my problems. I'm gonna cure these for 60 seconds. Give me a minute. Alright, these are out the lamp. Not even gonna lie, I was just praying to God, like, God, please help me film this video. Please help me to talk to my peoples and be somebody who inspires hope and, lets people know that the world is beautiful and it is worth enjoying and all this stuff, right? Like, because that's what I want to do. I want people to come to my channel and feel seen, feel heard, feel like they're understood, and build a community of people that genuinely care about showing up as their best selves and pouring into themselves in ways that make them feel good and things like that. Like that's what I want. But right now it's really hard. Like it's really hard. I don't feel like me. And I don't want to cry, but I'm starting to cry because Jesus, why is this such a hard conversation? Like I could get on here and I could just tell y'all, hey, like I'm going through a major life change and this is how I'm dealing with it emotionally is by crying like a freaking crybaby and trying to plan it out and praying. Like I can tell you all the things I'm doing, but that doesn't change the fact that it makes the conversation hard to have. Because I don't necessarily feel like myself. Like I don't feel like the woman who is on top of everything and has everything together whenever I was that, as a mom. I mean, maybe I wasn't because I was always stressed too, like being a full-time mom and being a partner and feeling like I was always lacking in something. But it had more certainty to it because I knew what was expected of me in my day to day. Right now, I've been applying to jobs nonstop. Like I've applied to over 30 freaking jobs, guys. Over 30 freaking jobs trying to get a job that's work from home and has decent hours because I have to be able to pick up my kids from school. And on top of that, eventually I need to move out of my freaking ex's house. Like I live with him. And before y'all say anything, like no, I don't have family up here. I have his family, and I could probably move in with his family. I'm not saying I couldn't, but I would like to just get my own place. It's just it's I'm going through it. That's it. I'm just going through it. All right, I'm gonna cure these. All right, now I'm going in with this color from Goy. It's 1353. It's a sheer hot pink color. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna talk about that. What I will say though is that like I have been struggling, and I don't necessarily feel like myself again. But I also understand that I'm not my old self anymore, and that I'm becoming a new version of myself. And I'm really excited to be this new version of myself. I honestly feel like I'm in this holding period, right? Where it's like my old life is falling away, but my new life hasn't started being built up yet. And so it's like I have a vision for my new life, like I can see it in my head so clearly. It's just, it's not here yet. And so I'm low key struggling with patience because I'm like, okay, like I'm ready, you know? But I was listening to this woman named Naya. What's her name? I think her name's Naya Jalise. I could be wrong. But, anyways, I was listening to her. She's a tarot reader here, and her goal is to help people, be more confident in themselves and stuff. And I really like her. She's really chill, really cool. If you ever, if you're into tarot readings, and go check her out. But she was saying on her collective channel, that it's like, I'm traveling. Well, the collective is like traveling to, a new life. And, you don't have to wait till you're at the destination to be happy. And she compared it to her trip whenever she went on a trip. And she compared it to, like, she doesn't like flying, but she didn't have to be miserable while on the flight. She could be excited because she knew that she was going to that she was going to the destination she wanted. And so, like, that's what it feels like. Like, it feels like I'm on a plane, right? Heading to my new life. However, it's hard because I'm sitting here on the plane, and I'm not there yet. And so I've been applying to jobs. I've been looking for jobs that are like work from home and that will give me a little bit of grace scheduling wise. Like, I know that training is usually really strict in jobs, and I don't mind that. I can handle that. But in general, my long term goal, because I have to think about the future and my children, is to have a job that I can either work early hours at and be done by like 3 p.m. or work overnight at. All right, I'm gonna cure this and then we'll get more into what I'm talking about. All right, these are out. I'm gonna take this color from Beetles. It's F120. It's green with some pretty gold flakes in it. I'm literally just gonna put it on my nails because I don't feel like pulling that plate out right now. I love this color so much. It's so pretty. My son says this color's ugly. And I'm like, you wouldn't know beauty if it hit you in the face because look how beautiful this is. Anyway, but like that's what I thought. That's not what I said to him. Anyways, but so I'm trying to think long term, like what is a job I can have that will give me stability, right? Because I need to earn an income and I need to earn a low key consistent income, but also, allows me to be able to have decent hours. I'm taking this liner brush from Beetles and I'm just going to draw a French tip on my thumb and on my ring finger. So yeah, I've been applying for jobs nonstop, hoping to find one that, will align with my goals and my needs. I'm leaving my children with their father, and I hate that. Like, that makes me feel bad. But I also understand, like, I don't live in a state where my family's at, you know what I mean? And I don't have stability the way the father of my children do. And so it's better for my children if I leave them there with their father. That way they can, have that stability, have that structure, have that safety. And while I build a life, and I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Like, really, it sucks, but I also want what's best for my children. So, yeah. This being said, I will still be a very active mother. I plan on getting the kids every day after school. That's why I'm looking for a job where the hours are the way it is. That way I can have my children after school hours until their father picks them up. And I'll have them every other weekend. That's a decent enough French tip. I'm not trying to be perfect. Really, I'm painting my nails so I can feel like myself again. Like, before our breakup, I was really into, creating content and pouring into myself and sharing that aspect of myself with people. And I do still really love it. Like, I do still really love self care. But I'm also not going to sit here and say that, like, it hasn't been harder to pour into myself and it hasn't been harder to film, because obviously it has. I haven't filmed in like a month. And even right now, I don't even know if I'm going to share this video because I feel like a mess. I feel like my life is a mess. I don't know what the heck is going on, even though I do. Like, I do know what's going on. I know where I'm headed. I know what I want. Like, and so, like, I know, you know what I mean? But it's also very heavily me having faith that everything's going to work out. And the thing is like, I know everything will work out because everything has literally always worked out for me. I mean, look at me. I've survived 99 or well 100% of my worst days because I'm still here, you know? So I know everything's going to work out fine. It always works out in my favor. It always has, it always will. Everything will end up fine, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm going through a transition period and that it's hard and that I'm impatient and that I wish I could just snap my fingers and be done with the mess already. But I understand the mess is part of it. Like, you have to go through the mess or you'll miss important things about character development, whatever. I don't know if I can handle any more character development in my life, but that's where we're at. So that tip does not look that good, but it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna cure these for 30 seconds, and I'm also going to go get a beauty sponge because I forgot to grab one. All right, I'm back. I got the beauty sponge. I'm going back in with that green color, and I'm just going to create an ombre on my middle finger with the beauty sponge and this green. But yeah, really, I do know what's going on, and I have a plan, and I've steady been like working towards it. It's just at the same time, I feel like I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, and that everything's a mess. But really, everything is not a mess, and everything is fine, and I know this. I'm just dramatic, okay? Me almost crying earlier. is fair. Okay, like I am going through a life change, but at the same time, like I know everything will be fine. And that I really don't have to worry so much or worry so hard. I just gotta find a job, and I'm not in an unsafe situation. Okay, like the father of my children is a good man. He's a wonderful man. He's a great father. Like I said, we just both realized, like, okay, this isn't the life we want to live. And so, we decided to go our separate ways. So, like me living with him is not that big of a deal. Like, I mean, it does suck because I'm living with my ex, but at the same time, like, it's fine. He's not a bad person. It's just navigating it. Okay, let me flash gear this so I can put more green on it and the pigment actually stay. This green is so freaking pretty. So yeah, I am excited to be doing my nails though. Like I did my right hand, was it 2 or 3 days ago? I don't even freaking know anymore. My days have all been blurred together because I'm applying for jobs nonstop. Like that's what I've been doing. Applying for jobs, taking the freaking stupid assessment stuff and you know, that type of shit. Whenever I did my nails, I really enjoyed just sitting down to focus on myself. And I made it a point to, like, because, like I said, I've been applying to jobs nonstop. It's been like a month since I actually sat down and filmed. So, since we broke up, I've been applying to jobs nonstop. Literally nonstop. Maybe it has been a full month. Maybe it's only been like 3 weeks. I don't know. Time is freaking crazy for me. But I've been applying for jobs nonstop. And I've been, doing the assessments and stressing myself out over interviews and all these things. And so I've made it a point to actually sit down to do my nails, to just take a day to pour into me. And the way I've been handling this breakup is literally beyond crying when I feel the need to cry and journaling slash praying nonstop is by creating a plan and sticking to it. Like, so just a little background so y'all understand like where I'm coming from. Like I said, I live outside of my home state, so I don't have actual family up here. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to build my life essentially from scratch. I have no car. I have no job. I do have a place to live that is safe, so I'm blessed. But I'm building my life over from the ground up. So I got to get a job. I have to get a car. I have to do these adult things. That's not necessarily, hard to do. It's just stressful because I'm doing it from the ground up. Like it's like I'm 18 again, trying to get my life together after I graduated high school. All right. This might be the last layer. We're going to see. I don't know. Because, okay, so whenever I did this nail, what I did is I literally drew a tip on it so I could have the darkest green at the tip. But I don't like the way it looks because you can tell I did that. So I'm really just trying to be patient and do the ombre the correct way, but I want the color payoff. This green is so pretty. Anyways, but yeah, like I said, it's like I'm building my life over from the ground up. And so I'm sticking to a plan. Like I have a plan. Step number 1, get a freaking job. Get a job. That's step number 1. A decent paying job. Like I can't afford to get some little measly 10 $8 an hour job because it is not going to pay for my freaking life in this economy. And also, I don't want to go back to SCX work. And then after getting a job, it will be get a car, right? Get a job, become comfortable in the job, start setting aside money to buy a car. And if I can't save enough money to buy a cash car outright, then save enough for at least a down payment on a cheap car that will work. Then after that, it will be obviously I'll have my car, I'll have my job. It will be to get my own freaking place to live. And I only need a 1 bedroom since I'm going to let my kids stay with their father because that's the best thing for them. I'll say that that's okay. It's not as green as my tips, but it's cute enough. Okay, now on to more of the actual nail art part of it. But yeah, I'm just following a plan. Get a job, get a car, find a place to live, and then carrying out my normal duties because my ex is obviously paying for my livelihood right now since I don't have a job. So carrying out my normal duties. And as for content, like this is what I want to do for a living. I want to sit in my room and talk on my phone and, you know, do these things. But I also have to be practical. Like this does not pay my bills yet. And I don't know when it will. So Oh, this is gold chrome paint from Macart. I think it's from Macart. Yeah, it's from Macart. It's Macart Mirror Shine Gel Gold. And I'm just going to use this to do a line across my tip. But so I've beyond crying and praying, I've been sticking to my plan. And I haven't secured a job yet, but I know it's almost here. And I know that once I get that job, it'll be like, I've already reached destination number one on my plane. You know what I mean? Like I'm on the plane and I've reached destination number one. And then once I get there, it'll be to explore, the destination and then hop on another plane to get in the car. So, yeah, my life has been a little crazy, but it hasn't been like too crazy. Like, not, yeah, I'm going through a major life change and it's emotional and shit. But, like, my day to day low key looks the same, besides the fact instead of filming content, I've been applying for jobs. But that's why I said I made it a point to actually sit down and film and do my nails so I could feel like myself. Because for like 2 weeks, I didn't do hair removal, I didn't do lash extensions, I didn't have my nails done. No, I would say like 3 weeks actually. Like, because I was just so focused on that and taking care of my responsibilities, and I just didn't feel not the need because I wanted to, but it's just like I didn't have the energy to deal with it in terms of doing the things I enjoy. And that's why I said like maybe it is in like a depressed sense, like maybe I am like depressed, but I don't necessarily know because I don't feel depressed. Like it's not that I want to, not exist. It's just more so like I got other stuff to worry about than making sure I look cute, even though I enjoy looking cute. Okay, now I need a dotting tool. Taking this dotting tool from, I don't know, I think it's Amazon. And I'm literally just going to do dots down my nail. I wanted it to kind of look like a gold vine or something. Okay, that looks so cute. I love it. All right, now I don't know, a blooming gel print, except I don't have blooming gel, I only have top gel. I need to put more of this green color out to make sure I can pick it up decently. I don't know. I don't know what else to like catch y'all up on besides applying for jobs and, sticking to my plan and just continuing to try to show up as my best self and be the best version of me I can be. So the thing, like something I've realized and learned throughout this process, right, of me rediscovering myself. Just so y'all know, I'm also going through like my Saturn return and my Saudi, like it's both at the same time for me. So yeah, I definitely think that that does play a part in my life and why it's going the way it's going. That doesn't look the way I wanted it to look. It didn't look the way I wanted it to look on my other hand either, but we're just gonna have to go with it. I wanted it to low key look like a spiral, like a tie dye shirt spiral. I really did forget what I was saying. But that's what's going on in my life. I'm navigating it. I've been trying to keep the faith. I've been doing a lot of scripting too, so I can like let God know what I actually want. Yeah, this is not looking like a spiral, but it'll be fine. It's fine. I don't need to be perfect. I just want to have my nails done and to feel like me again. And it's weird because it's not even like you. I like long nails, but I've been typing so much, like doing job applications and all this stuff, that like I need to have short nails right now. Eventually, I'll be able to work my way up to long nails again though while typing. All right, let me go ahead and cure those real quick. Maybe I should have just took a liner brush and did a spiral, but I don't know how that would have looked, and it's too late now because I'm already curing. Taking my top coat again and doing a thin layer. Taking my dotting tool, dipping it in the gold mirror chrome. Okay, so I need to get out my flowers that I'm going to use. And I kind of remembered what I was going to say to y'all. So I've noticed that, like, I've been... Hold on, I got to use my teeth. Like, I've been sleeping on myself, and I got way too comfortable in being taken care of. And it's not that I think there's anything wrong with that. Like, being a housewife is beautiful. It does have its joys. And, it is cool, right? If you enjoy it. However, I got way too comfortable being taken care of. Like, I don't wake myself up anymore. I do not get up to alarms. I do not get up to just, like, being woken up because I had the luxury of sleeping in. You know what I mean? And I don't Like, I didn't have to worry about bills and how I'm going to afford these things. And, like, yes, I did because, like, I did. But at the same time, I didn't because my ex did all the work. And, you know, like, I'm gonna miss him in the same way that, like, a child misses their blanket. Like, that song by Fergie, Big Girls Don't Cry, I have cried to that song more times than I would like to admit. Because, like, it's genuinely how I feel. Like, I'm going to miss the comfort that I had. Sorry. I'm going to miss the comfort that I had, but I also know that it's not what I need anymore in my life. And I don't like that. Like, I don't like it, but I have to trust God. You know, like, I have to trust my intuition. I have to trust myself and know that I am capable and I am worthy and I am strong and that I can do hard things. No matter how scary it is. But it's, I don't know, it's like I'm realizing, okay, I need 2 orange and 2 yellow. It's like I'm realizing that, like, whoa, Jada, you stopped. Like, you stopped trying. You stopped caring about your future. And not, like, that I really stopped caring about my future, because it's not that I stopped caring about my future, because I did care about my future. It's just, like, I was being very passive about it at the same time. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Because of that, I let myself get too comfortable and get too okay with, like I said, being taken care of. I don't know. It's really scary. I'm really scared. Like, I have this fear, like, okay, well, what if I do move out and I just completely fail? What if I just fail? Like, 100% fail. There is no, you know, trying. There is only doing. But what if I just, like, completely drop the ball? What if I can't care for myself? What if I won't be able to earn enough income? What if I, you know what I mean? And I have to, like, fight those thoughts off, because, like, they're not helping me. Like, they're not going to help me reach any sort of goals or any sort of milestone or anything, because they're freaking negative and they're ugly thoughts. Like, I just have to trust in myself, because at one point, like, I look back to whenever I was, like, 18, and I worked a full-time job. I worked a full-time job in a chicken plant factory, okay, which is crazy work. Crazy work. But I did it. And, you know, like, I worked a full-time job. I paid bills. I moved across freaking country. You know, like, I was a badass. And then before I got with my ex, like, I was in X work. You know, I was a dancer and I was a camp girl and I was doing all these things and I was surviving on my own. Like, I don't need somebody. And I have to, like, keep reminding myself that, like, yes, it was nice to have somebody and I'm thankful for the person I had. But I also have to remember, like, bro, I'm freaking, I was once a badass motherfucker. You know? Like, at one point, I was somebody that, like, you couldn't tell nothing to, because I was just that girl. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. Now I'm scared. And it's like, what the heck do I have to be scared of? I'm okay. I've been here. I've done this. It's not my first time being single in my life. It's not my first time having to get a job. It's not my first time having to get a car. Like, I know what the heck I'm doing. So, oh, I put clear, my top coat out onto my nails. I laid out my flowers. And now I'm like, I'm going to literally just dip my flower into it, pick it up, and stick it on my nail where I want it to go. But, like, I don't know. I feel a mess, but at the same time, like, I know what the heck I'm doing. I'm rebuilding, and that's scary, and it sucks. But at the same time, it's okay. Like, I know what I'm doing. So if you're in a weird transition phase in your life, too, and you're struggling because you're like, what if this, what if that? Tell yourself to shut the f*** up. You've done it before, and if you haven't done it before, I'm telling you now, there are resources out there. I'm sure there are people out there who want to help you. So don't feed into your head telling you that you can't do something, or that you're not going to be good at something, or what did I do with that? Or anything like that, you know? Tell your head to shut up. Like, your head does not control you. Yes, your thoughts become reality, and that's why it's important that you control your thoughts. Your thoughts do not control you. You control your thoughts, okay? You are worthy and you are capable, and you can do hard things. Even if you're scared, you can do it. And that's what I want my channel to be about. I want my channel to encourage people. I want my channel to inspire people to live in their truth and show up as their best selves and do things that they thought that maybe they couldn't do, but it turns out they can because they had the bravery and the desire and the want to do it. And if you feel like you're alone in life and that you don't know what the heck you're doing or don't know where you're going, you're not alone. I'm freaking 29 years old. And I don't even know what the heck I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus, it's a mess, and I'm stuttering. But I feel really passionate because, like, it's hard. Like, I damn near cried earlier trying to talk to y'all about it because it's hard, and it is scary, and you don't ever know exactly how something's going to turn out, especially whenever you're just not trying it. All right, let me cure this. But you can still choose to show up and still choose to put your best foot forward. And you can have your moments where you're crying and you're scared and you're overwhelmed and you're having a freaking panic attack. But it's important that you keep your faith. It's important that you ground yourself back into reality and have a steady plan for how you're going to achieve X, Y, and Z and the steps you're going to take to get to X, Y, and Z. Okay? And like I said, I've been scripting a lot. Like, I literally I've been telling God what the fuck I want. Okay? Because, shit. I don't know how else to word it. Like, I've been telling God, like, listen, okay, like, I'm trusting in you. I'm trusting that you're going to give me everything I need to succeed and that everything is going to line up perfectly for me. But, like, in terms of, I know I want a remote job. I know I want to be able to work decent hours so I'll be able to have my kids after school. And I know that I want to work remote because I don't want to be around people in that type of way. And stuff like this, right? And so I'm telling God, like, this is what I'm looking for. And I'm only applying to jobs that align with what I'm looking for. And I know that God's going to line it out for me. I told God what kind of car I want. And not exactly what kind of car, because I don't necessarily care exactly what kind of car I get. It's more like the specs I want the car to have. Like, I want a 4-door car that runs good. The AC works. In the summertime, I want the heat to be able to work in the freaking wintertime. Like, that type of shit, right? And bonus if it has a sunroof, but it don't gotta have a sunroof. I don't need a sunroof. I just told God, like, what kind of car I want. I don't even care if it's a brand new car. It can be a used car. I want it to be cheap. I want it to run good and be safe for me and my family. And it don't even have to have a freaking, what's that shit called? Bluetooth. Or a backup camera, or none of that fancy stuff. Literally, if it just has an aux port, or even if it has a VHS player, I can go buy one of those VHS things with a freaking cord that connect to the phone so I can play my own music. Like, it don't need to be nothing fancy smancy. Okay, but I told God what I want. And so whenever it's time for me to look for a car, I know what I'm going to look for. And I know God's going to line it up to where I get the car that matches exactly what I want and what I need for my family. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm really trying to stay positive. I'm really trying to stay patient. I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't cried or that I haven't had a hard time or that, I'm not scared or anything like that. Like, I am scared. I am having a hard time. I have cried numerous times. But I'm trusting in myself and everything that I've gone through and that I know I survived, because I have survived 100% of my worst days. I'm trusting in the fact that everything has always worked out for me, because I've always had faith that everything will work out for me and that it always has worked out for me. And I know that God got me, and so I know I'm okay. And just that alone, just knowing that I'm okay, is really, really saving my life. Flower, can I please get you? Girl, if you don't come up, I bet that's how my spirit guides are talking about me. Like, girl, if you don't come up, if you don't get up and stop that crying and boo-hoo and shit and get your life together, you are who you think you are, and you can show up as you want to show up. Stop being a freaking crybaby. I bet that's what my spirit guides say to me, because I know my spirit guides get come on. You know what I mean? All right. And in terms of my content, because one of my goals is to not give up on my content, specifically because I have a problem where I'll start things and quit things if they don't pay off immediately the way I want them to. I need more gel. That's not gonna freaking work. You know, that's one of my things. So in terms of my content, I'm still going to be filming content and posting content and making content. Do I know exactly how? No. Do I know exactly if it'll be consistent? No. What I do know, though, is that I'm just going to go back to what I started off as, which was me doing my nails and talking. And, you know, enjoying that process with y'all. And if I end up going back to more beauty content in the future, that'd be cool. And I'm talking about beauty outside of nails, not just nail beauty, but like all beauty, like hair care, and me giving y'all random talking points while I'm doing my lash extensions. Like, will I go back to that in the future? I have no idea. Maybe? I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm not going to give up on this, because I promised myself that I would pursue it. Just like I promised myself that I was going to show up as the best mom I possibly can, I'm going to show up for myself too. So I'm transitioning in life. I'm on my way, but I'm not there yet, and I'm trusting the process. All right, last nail. Honestly, these nails are super cute, and I'm so excited to have both my hands done, because I've only had my right hand done for a few days now, and I mean, it's cute and I like it, but I'm excited to have both my hands done and to feel like my freaking self again in that way. Let me clear that.
And I'm gonna miss you like a child misses their blanket, but I've got to get a move on with my life. It's time to be a big girl now, and big girls don't cry.
Alright guys, top coat time. Yes, I am painting over my flowers, because fuck it. Let me get this. Grab a little rhinestone. I like these rhinestones because they have like a pointed back, and I don't know like what's the point in that necessarily, because you know you can't stick them down perfectly to your nails. However, they're perfect to sit inside the flowers, so maybe that's why they put them with the flowers. My coffee's definitely kicking in, because I'm not even gonna lie, I've been chugging it in between talking to y'all. That's probably why I got more hype and more energy, because I was trying to sip on it because it has an extra shot of espresso and I don't want to feel anxious. But I stopped feeling so anxious the more I was talking. Yeah, I'm just trying my best here in life right now, guys. I hope y'all don't think of me as a role model in that sense, in that sort of way. Like, if you think of me as a role model in any sort of way, I hope it's just a role model in the sense of I believe in having faith and pouring into yourself. Only think of me as a role model in that way. Don't think of me as a role model in the sense of motherhood, in the sense of even a spiritual role model. You know, I'm gonna tell you have faith, but don't think of me as like some perfect fucking spiritual guru. Nothing like that, okay? Like, I hope you don't think of me as a role model, because I'm literally just a human existing on this planet just like you. I'm not even gonna clean this up properly. I don't care. That's a bad thing. Like, whenever I stop caring, I know that that's bad, because I genuinely do care. Like, I just don't care right now. Life is life, and I don't care. I'm cleaning up my tools real quick, and then we'll do this outro. Remember, guys, cleanup is a part of play. So if you decide you want to play with your things that bring you joy, you got to clean up afterwards. Even if it's a rough cleanup, not a perfect cleanup, you got to clean up afterwards. Okay, listen, you remember how I kept telling y'all I need a damping dish? This is not necessarily a damping dish. I got this at Dollar General for $1, and it's just a little glass bowl. It has lemons on it. It's cute. I got a little glass dish to hold my acetone in. Okay, my pretties, these are the finished nails. I don't know how people show you their nails. Like, whatever. Anyway, these are the finished nails. They honestly bring me so much joy, and in a time like this in my life, that's definitely what I need. If you haven't poured into yourself, or porn, is it? I don't think that that's not the word. I feel like it should be the word, though. If you haven't poured into yourself in a little bit, go do that. Okay, seriously, go do it, because it does bring you joy and it does make you feel better afterwards. I promise you, whatever you're going through, you will make it through, and pouring into yourself will help you get through it. Okay, whether that be exercising or eating a tub of chocolate frosting or doing your nails. Okay, do something that makes you feel good. Life is life. And yeah, thank y'all for being here with me, for spending time with me, for listening to me yap and rant about my life. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.